Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I will be actually discussing a value pick in the specialty steel sector. So the company I will be discussing today is Vardhman Special Steels Ltd. So this company actually closed on at the price of 236 on 6th May. So its current market cap is 959 crores and the high and low price is 309 and 188. The current price earning multiple is 9.5, book value is 137, dividend yield is 0.63%, return on capital is 25%, return on equity is 19%, face value is 10. So this company, Vardhman Special Steels, is engaged in the manufacture of billets, steel rods and bright bars of various categories of special steel and alloy steels. So it is one of the leading steel bar producers for automotive applications. It has a capacity to make 2 lakh metric tons per annum billets and 2 lakh metric tons per annum rolled bars. Out of this, 36,000 metric tons per annum is for bright bars. It caters to over 200 plus reputed and long-term customers like Toyota, HeroMoto Corp, Caterpillar, Maruti, Bajaj and Hyundai. It has also have a strong domestic and international customer base for forging applications. And the company actually announced very good results for Q4 of Fy22 and Fy22 it has actually shown good growth as compared to Fy21. So in the last 2 years the stock price has moved from around 40 levels to around 240. It is currently trading at 236 levels. So based on the latest EPS of around 24, it is 22 to 24 is actually trading at just around 10 times Fy22 EPS. And regarding this company, so it was actually incorporated in 2010. It is headquartered in Ludhiana, Punjab, and actually caters to the sectors like engineering, automobile, tractor, bearing, and allied industries. CDSML India's leading steel bar producers for automotive applications, and they have specialized product offerings like steel bars and rods and bright bars of various categories and special alloy steels. They have 200 plus reputed and long-term customers like Toyota, HeroMoto Corp, Caterpillar, Hero Motors, Maruti, Bajaj, Hyundai, among others. And so they have an experienced management team who has significant experience in the steel industry. They have a long-term vision and proven ability to achieve long-term goals for the company. And they have started alliance with the Aichi Steel Corporation, Japan. So this tie-up was introduced recently. So that will actually enhance their revenues in the future by supplying more to Japanese auto companies. And they have set up manufacturing facilities for manufacturing billets and roll bars. And they have strong domestic international customer base for forging applications. And they have their customers in Thailand, Taiwan, Turkey, Russia, Germany, and Spain. And they actually have products that actually cater to ISO 14,000 certifications and foreign certifications like OSHS, ISO, like that, 9001, etc. So let us have a brief look at the history of Vardhman Special Steels Ltd. So the company was actually incorporated in 1973 and it actually started as Asphalt Steels Ltd with a capacity of 50 tons per annum MTPA capacity of special and alloy steels. In 1986 they acquired Mota alloys with a capacity of 1 lakh tons per annum. And in 1995 they installed a modern steel melting shop with electromagnetic stirrer. And they actually commissioned a vacuum degassing system in 2000. And 2001 they actually strengthened their product portfolio by adding bright bar facility, and in 2010 they actually gave an independent identity and under the Vardhman group. And in 2012 they actually listed in Bombay and BSE stock exchange and NSE stock exchange. And in 2013 they installed a fully automated rolling mill with a capacity of 150 tons per annum and magnetic flux leakage testing system with the help from Dortmund Forester, Germany, and ultrasonic testing from Olympus, Canada. In July 2015 they actually installed fume extraction system, and in August 2015 they increased the bright bar capacity to 36,000 tons per annum and 180,000 tons per annum for hot rolled bars. In December 2016 they actually upgraded transformer allied equipment to reduce the melting time, resulting in the SMS capacity to 165,000 tons per annum. In April 2017 they actually issued a rights issue for a total value of 67 crores. And in October they actually purchased 8 acres of adjoining land in their existing plant for 36 crores. And in February they did a QAP 50 crores. In June 2018 CRISIL actually updated the credit rating facilities, and they actually changed the auditors in August 2018 to BSR and Co. In February 2019 they actually appointed some additional directors and women directors. And in September they actually they replaced the electric arc furnace and other light activities. And they actually, in November 2019, they actually signed a technical assistance agreement with Aichi Steel Corporation, and they actually issued preference shares worth 50 crores. And they actually also got, in July 2021, they actually got environmental clearance for their capacity expansions. So this is the journey of Vardhman Special Steels Ltd over the last 30-40 years. So based on the tie-up with Aichi Steel Corporation's revenues of this company, and based on the planned expansion of capacity and the revenue growth that is reported, now the revenues are likely to grow in future also for this company. So the company announced very good results for Q4 of Fy22 recently. It posted a total revenue from operations of around 343 crores as compared to 3.9 crores in previous quarter, and it actually posted a total sales volume of 41,096 tons in the current quarter, and EBITDA of 59.56 crores, and profit after 29.19 crores as compared to 19.47 crores in the previous quarter. And regarding the total revenue is 343 crores as mentioned by me as compared to 334 crores. The total income is 364 crores as compared to 336 crores, and the EBITDA is 59 crores as compared to 54 crores, and the profit before tax is 48 crores as compared to 39 crores. So there is a growth of 29.45% in profit before tax, and regarding the profit after tax is 29 crores as compared to 26.36 crores. There is a growth of 10.74% in the quarter basis in profit before tax. The basic EPS for the current quarter is 7.20 as compared to 6.5 in the previous quarter. So commenting on the results in the quarter, actually they actually were able to increase revenue by 2.64% despite lower volumes by 30%, mainly on account of the price increases received in the current year. The EBITDA per ton for the current quarter stood at 14,320, and the EBITDA increase is mainly on account of electricity duty exemption granted to the company during the current quarter under the Industrial and Business Development Policy. And also regarding the full year results, its total revenue from the operations is around 1,368 crores as compared to 937 crores in the previous year. Total income is 1,397 crores as compared to 950 crores. And the total EBITDA is 202.58 crores as compared to 116 crores. That is a growth of 74.17% in EBITDA, and revenue has grown around 46%, and the profit before tax is 158 crores as compared to 66.38 crores in the last year. So there is a growth of 138%, and the profit after tax is 100.75 crores as compared to 44.9 crores. There is a growth of 127%. The EPS for the current year is 24.87 as compared to 10.94. There is a growth of 127%. So the EBITDA growth of 74% in the year is mainly on account of sales volume, price increase, and higher operational efficiency. It also includes exemption for electricity duty amounting to 18.65 crores. So the company also increased the dividend for the current year. So based on the current price of around 236, and the stock is trading at just around 9 times, even though the company is actually growing over 100% in net profit and almost 50% to 56% growth in revenues. So currently the valuations look very attractive for this company for long term. Regarding the business of this company, they actually manufacture a wide range of rolled and bright bar products. So these information is actually available in the latest quarterly presentation. They actually manufacture hot rolled bar, bright bars, so with different diameters and capacities and different sizes. So they have diverse application for their products. They are actually used in different automobile components like axle gears, stabilizer bar, knuckle, spindle, piston, connecting rod, camshaft, like that, transmission gear, drive shaft, axle shaft, like that. And they also have the state-of-the-art manufacturing facility where there is a steel melting shop with annual capacity 2 lakh metric tons per annum. They have a rolling mill of annual capacity 2 lakh tons per annum. It was actually installed in 2013-14. They also have a bright bar capacity of 36,000 tons per annum. And the presentation also shows their process flow, how the roll bar and bright bars actually manufactured based on the scrapped iron as a sponge iron as a raw material, input raw material. And they also have in-house steel melting shop where they have electric arc furnace, two ladle refining furnace, continuous casting machine, and vacuum degrazing machine. And they also have a rolling mill, bright bar shop, and all this information is actually available in the website of the company. They also have a best-in-class R&D facility which has spectrometer, helico, gas analyzer, mechanical and metallurgical testing lab with image analyzer, rad lab and gamma ray spectrometer, like that. All the facilities are available, R&D facilities are available for the Vardhman Special Steels Ltd. They also have stately located warehousing facility. One is owned by them in Bilaspur, Haryana, and they have leased warehouses in Bangalore, Chennai, Rudrapur, Pune, and Aurangabad. And the other key strength is they have state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities, R&D facilities, R&D capabilities, and they have diverse product offering, manufacturing diverse range of products with wide applications across sectors. They also are expanding the product offering to increase the value share to the existing customers and acquiring new customers. And they have rich management experience with a dynamic rich experience in the special steel sector. And they have a diverse team, and they have quality standards and assurance. So they actually adhere to quality standards across all stages of manufacturing. And they have well-equipped modern testing and R&D facility, check for physical, metallurgical, and chemical properties, and they have good brand image. They actually do continuous brand building exercise by providing excellent service to their customers. And they have 200 plus reputed and long-term customers that include for passenger vehicle car segment. They have Maruti, Suzuki, Hyundai, Toyota, and Ford as some of the customers. Two-wheelers, they have Yamaha, Hero, Bajaj, Honda, TVS as the customers. They also have local LCV segment. They have Tata, Ashok Leyland, Swaraj Mazda, Volvo as a customers. And auto component, they have some customers like Silicon, GK and Automotive, Magna. And tractors, they have John Deere, TFA, Mahindra as a customers. And off-way vehicle, they have Caterpillar and Dana as a customers. And they have customers across the globe. They cater to customers in Germany, Italy, Turkey, Russia, Vietnam, Thailand, Taiwan, and Japan. And 5% of the Fy22 sales comes from exports. So let us see what are the future plans for Vardhman Special Steels. So they actually have a leadership development program in their company that actually gives training to their in-house talent, and they actually provide the special trainings to Manav Vikas Kendra and Ekalavya to their BTech graduates to enhance their training skills and make them more ready for doing the leadership related roles in the future. And they also have entered in strategic alliance with Aichi Steel Corporation Japan, and they actually they actually have a technology tie-up with Aichi Corporation Japan. So the arrangement is to make steel for Toyota companies and other OEMs, and they raise the quality of steel of Vardhman Special Steels to be supplied to the future ready cars like hydrogen fuel, electric fuel cars. And they also have the plans to increase the special production capacity with aim to achieve high quality combined with minimum cost, and to enable the Vardhman Specials to build an optimal global production system and with the customer requirements in India and Asian regions. And the target is to make Japanese quality steel in India for Indian automobiles and Asian region, to reduce the manufacturing costs by reducing and eliminating waste. And the possibilities are actually future ready products, patent steel grades developed for special applications for in electric vehicles, hybrid and conventional cars, and own in-house R&D. Toyota car company takes input from Aichi on special steel to be developed from car parts. It means they can get more approvals for Vardhman Special Steels for in Maruti, Suzuki and Toyota. And the tie-up will also mean more customers for Vardhman in India and Asian region, and the export is expected to increase from the current 1% Fy21 to around 20-25% Fy25. And they also recently got the environmental clearance for the capacity expansion from 2 lakh metric tons per annum to 2 lakh 80 tons per annum of rolled capacity. And forward integration, they also have plans to expand their capacity further in 2030 also, and the plan is to increase their capacity to 3 lakh metric tons per annum by Fy28. And so these the timeline of activities is mentioned here in the presentation. And so by Fy2028 they plan to expand the capacity to 3 lakh metric tons per annum, export by 60,000 metric tons per annum per year. So they want to increase the export revenues from the current 1% to around 5 to 10% or more in the next to 20-25% by Fy25. If you have a look at the stock price movement of the company, if you see the 5-year price movement of the company, it was trading at around 108 level in June 2017. It made a all-time low around 42 in April 2020 on account of COVID pandemic. So after that, it started rising to around 60 levels in August, and it crossed 89 levels in November, and it crossed 150 levels in March 2021 last year. and after making a all-time high of around 260 290 levels in August, it actually have corrected to around 236 levels. And if you see the price from around 40 levels in March 2022 around the current level 240, it has given over 500% returns in the last 2 years. And regarding the quarterly results in the last 2 years, the sales has improved from 240 crores to around 343 crores in the last 2 years, and the profit after tax, net profit was just 1 crores in 2019, it improved to around 29 crores. So if you see the last 3 quarters, and profit has improved around 24 to 29 crores. So it was just 1 to 3 crores in the last 2 years back. So it has substantially increased the net profit in the last 2 years. And if you see the performance over the years, so the sales has improved from around 112 crores in 2011 to around 658 crores in 2015. It improved to around 1121 in 2019 to current level of around 1368 crores. If you see the operating profit is improved from around 13 crores in 2011 to around 43 crores in 2016. It was around 107 crores last year. This year is around 174 crores. If you see the net profit before tax, it is 11 crores in 2011. It was around 19 crores in 2017. Last year it was 60 crores. Now it is around 158 crores. So if you see the net profit, it has improved from around 7 crores in 2011 to around 19 crores in 2017. It was 44 crores last year. It is around 101 crores this year. So if you see the operating profit, it has improved from around 13 crores to around 174 crores in the last 11 years, and the net profit is improved from 7 crores to around 101 crores in the last 11 years. And regarding it, even made a loss of around 15 crores in 2014 and 13 crores in 2015. From there, it started to improve the revenues. But in the last 2 to 3 years, it has increased the revenue substantially based on the increased demand for their products, and the future looks bright based on their tie-up with Aichi Steel Corporation. So I will not be surprised if the company is able to post the revenues of over 1,500, 1,600 next year, and 1,800 to 2,000 crores in the next 3 to 4 years, and the EPS increasing to around 30 to 35 and 40 in the next 2 to 3 years. And there's a good chance that the stock price might touch 350 to 400 levels if the company is able to get the same price and multiple that is enjoying currently. And regarding their balance sheet also, and it is share capital 41 crores and the reserves of over 500 crores, 514 crores. The liabilities are much lower than the reserves, around 150 to 200 crores. And regarding their shareholding pattern also, the promoters holding is around 60% and the FI's holding is 0.38%. They have increased the shareholding in the last 1 year, and the mutual fund holding is 1.27%. It is slightly lower, but public holding is 37.56%. And so the return sales growth is for the 10 years is 10%, 5 years 15%. The profit growth for 10 years is 15%, 5 years 40%, and the return equity is 6% for the 10 years, and 5 years it is 10%. So the altogether this stock at 240 levels trading at 9 times Fy22 EPS looks a very good for stock for long term. I am personally invested in the company from around 200 levels. I am actually expecting a target of around 350 to 400 if the company is able to report an EPS of around 35 to 40 in the next 2 to 3 years. So this stock looks a very good stock for long term based on the how far the earnings will grow based on the increased plans of expansion and the tie-up with Aichi Steel Corporation.